What if Yamaha brought back one of the motorcycles that helped define the sport touring era? Not an R1, not an MT-10, not another modern superbike. We're talking about the Yamaha FJ1100, a machine built around a surprisingly simple idea. Give riders serious performance, long-distance comfort, and enough muscle to make every highway interesting. The original FJ1100 arrived in the early 1980s with a massive air-cooled four-cylinder engine, aggressive styling, and a personality that sat somewhere between a superbike and a grand tourer. Now imagine that philosophy returning for 2027. This is the story of what a modern FJ1100 could look like, and why Yamaha's forgotten sport touring legend still deserves attention.
Back when sport bikes were becoming increasingly focused on outright performance, Yamaha took a different approach. The FJ1100 was not designed simply to win a race. It was designed to let the rider go fast for a long time. Introduced in 1984, the FJ1100 used a 1097cc air-cooled inline-four engine with 4 valves per cylinder. It produced serious performance for its era, but the real magic was the combination. A big engine, a comfortable riding position, full bodywork, a substantial fuel tank, and enough torque to make highway riding effortless. This was not a lightweight supersport. It was something different. A motorcycle that could attack a winding road in the morning and still carry you hundreds of miles in the afternoon. That formula would become one of the foundations of the sport touring category.
The FJ1100 didn't need to look like a race bike to feel fast. Its inline-four delivered the kind of power that made overtaking almost effortless. And because the engine was designed around usable performance rather than just peak numbers, the FJ had a reputation for being brutally effective in the real world. This is important. The FJ1100 wasn't trying to be the most exotic motorcycle in Yamaha's lineup. It was trying to be the motorcycle you could actually live with. That made it special. It was fast enough to excite experienced riders, but comfortable enough for long-distance travel. And unlike many modern performance motorcycles, the FJ1100 had a certain mechanical character. You could see the engine. You could feel the vibration. You could hear that big inline-four working. It wasn't perfect, but it So what would happen if Yamaha revived the FJ1100 for 2027? The first thing it should not do is simply copy the past. A modern FJ would need modern engineering. Imagine a large-displacement four-cylinder engine, tuned for strong mid-range torque rather than chasing an absurd horsepower number. Something around the 1100cc class would preserve the spirit of the original while giving Yamaha plenty of room to use modern technology. The design could also borrow from the original without becoming a retro replica. A long, muscular fuel tank, a compact front fairing, twin headlights inspired by the original FJ, and a large, comfortable seat designed for serious mileage. But underneath, everything would be modern. Ride-by-wire throttle, multiple riding modes, traction control, cornering ABS, a modern TFT display, cruise control, and ideally a sophisticated electronic suspension system. The result wouldn't be a museum piece. It would be a modern muscle sport tourer. And that is where things get interesting.
Yamaha already has the technology. It already understands high-performance four-cylinder engines. It already knows how to build motorcycles that combine performance with everyday usability. The missing ingredient is personality. The motorcycle market has become incredibly sophisticated. Many bikes are faster than ever,
Electronics are smarter, suspension is better, brakes are more powerful. But sometimes, the motorcycles people remember most aren't necessarily the ones with the highest specifications. They're the ones with an identity. The FJ1100 had an identity. It was the big Yamaha, the long-distance bruiser, the machine that could cross a country without giving up its sporting character. A 2027 version could bring that identity into the modern era. And unlike another pure superbike, it would occupy a very different space in Yamaha's lineup. Maybe that's why the FJ1100 deserves another look. It wasn't the loudest motorcycle of its generation. It wasn't built around exotic technology. And it certainly wasn't perfect. But it understood something that many motorcycles still struggle to get right. Performance means very little if you can't enjoy it for the long ride home. The original FJ1100 helped establish a formula that would evolve into the modern sport touring motorcycle. So imagine seeing that philosophy return. A big Yamaha four-cylinder, real-world torque, long-distance comfort, classic muscle, modern electronics, and a design that reminds riders where the story began. A 2027 Yamaha FJ1100 may only exist as a concept today. But if Yamaha ever decided to revive this forgotten legend, it wouldn't need to chase the superbike. It could simply do what the FJ always did best. Go fast, go far, and make